During World War II, the American version of Alan Turing, an American mathematician, was hired by the military. And they asked him to help figure out why some planes were getting shot down over Germany and some planes weren't getting shot down over Germany. They kept getting the same amount of bullet hits, but some were falling down and some were not falling down. And so they said, how can we improve ourselves? How can we improve the results of our bombing missions? And he said, I can't help you. They said, why not? And he said, I not only need to see the planes that didn't get shot down, but I need to see the planes that did get shot down. Without knowing both sides of the story, I can't help you. If you run a business, let's say you own a sandwich shop and you want to sell more sandwiches to your customers, you're going to have to experiment to figure out what kind of sandwiches the people like. And in order to do that, you need to find out what sandwiches they do like and what sandwiches they don't like. If you run a business, the profits are just as important as the losses, or rather the losses are just as important as the profits. You need to do both, because whenever you're steering anything into the unknown future, you need to go where to go, but you also need to go where not to go, to steer away from that. And you can't do that without data. If you're running an ad campaign for your business, you need to know what ads are working and what ads are not working. Both positive and negative feedback are absolutely critical if you want to succeed in any endeavor in life. This is why staying on the sidelines and expecting some guru to tell you exactly what to do is the worst possible thing you can do. Because most gurus are people who found success and they want to teach other people how to become successful. But when anyone has success, it's a combination of conscious things where they know what they're doing and unconscious things where they don't really know what they're doing. Things that just come natural to them that are different from other people that they don't know about. But they also don't know what they're not doing. So they can only teach you at best 10, 20% of the entire story, because they don't know a lot of the conscious things they are doing, and they don't know all of the things they're not doing. So they give advice to people, and that advice only has about 10 or 20% accuracy rate, so people take that advice, and people apply the advice, and they try to achieve success in some way, and it doesn't work. So they conclude, I must have the wrong guru. I should find another guru, and that's why people spend their entire lives on the sideline going after the next shiny object when it comes to self-development and self-improvement. But in order to succeed, you have to accept the uncomfortable truth that you need feedback. Some advice from gurus is a good start. That's a good way to start because modeling is a great way to learn. You need to copy what other people do, but you need to copy what other people do, but put your own kind of experience into the mix. You need to experience things. You need to get the positive feedback from the world, and you need to get the negative feedback from the world. You need both to continue to build your intuition, to build your conversational intuition so you know what to do in the moment. This requires that you leave your comfort zone, that you get out into the world, that you try things when you don't know what's going to happen to get the positive and the negative feedback, because both of those are equally important to help you succeed. Another common mistake people make is they leave their comfort zone, they get out into the world, they get a less than expected result. They want something, they want a certain result. They don't get that result. They fall short somehow, but then they externalize and blame the world. It's not my fault, it's their fault. And if you do this, you completely cut yourself off to all the negative feedback that you need to use to improve yourself. So the two-step process to success, or maybe the three-step process to success is this. You can start off by listening to guru advice. Whatever people tell you to do, you need to accept that and then try it and see what happens, and try it for yourself and try it through your own subjective mind-body experience and get both good results and negative results. But whenever you fall short of an intended target, whenever you fall short of a goal, you need to force yourself to take responsibility and ask yourself, what could I have done differently? So long as you continue to ask yourself, what could I have done differently? That will compel you to do something different next time. If you never ask yourself, what could I have done differently? You're going to keep trying the same thing over and over and over, and you're going to tell yourself a very common delusion. You listen to the guru, you try it, it doesn't work. I don't know, I did what I was told, it doesn't work. I guess I'm not going to be successful. That is why people are stuck on the sidelines. But as soon as you force yourself to take responsibility, to ask yourself, what could I have done differently? You will come up with things to do. And these things that you come up with as a response to failure, those are going to be the things that lead you to success.